want to tell you the story of Greta, whose husband lost his job and their insurance 3 months after their baby was born. Greta is my constituent. She called in because she was so worried about what would happen to her if the Senate healthcare bill passes. They were able to reduce their COBRA premiums of $900 a month to $100 a month on the ACA exchange. Because of the ACA, Greta and her husband, who both worked hard and did everything right, were able to afford insurance for their new family. And how about Audrey, who was raped during her first week of college? She sought care from a Planned Parenthood after her attack, and they were able to provide her birth control. But without Planned Parenthood, where would young women like Audrey go? Well, how about Amanda? Amanda from Pasadena, who was diagnosed with leukemia in college. She was able to receive treatment and is currently in remission. But the medicine that keeps her healthy will cost her thousands of dollars per month without insurance. Under Trump Care, insurance companies could impose annual or lifetime caps that Amanda would blow through in just a few months on the medicine she needs to stay alive. And how about Kelly? Kelly, who suffered from depression and was suicidal shortly after she graduated from college. Because mental health treatment is included in essential health benefits, Kelly's insurance covered her treatments, and she's still with us today. Kelly told me that without these protections for mental health services, she would not be alive today. Or Charles. Charles, who suddenly woke up one night and discovered a few hours later he had a brain tumor. Thanks to the ACA, after extensive surgery and radiation, Charles is now tumor-free and did not have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars out of pocket. And you see here, with the scars that are still remain from his surgery. Charles is like I said, now tumor-free. But with Trump Care, insurers once again could institute annual coverage limits, which would cause people like Charles to go bankrupt in order to receive life-saving care. And then there's Patty. There's Patty, whose sudden death left her and her son, who has a disability, without health insurance. Thanks to the ACA, she was able to afford coverage for both her son and her. But under Trump Care, her premiums could go up by as much as 300%. She wouldn't be able to afford it to cover her hypertension, a pre-existing condition that is treatable. But it can be fatal if left untreated. People like Patty cannot afford Trump Care. And how about Rachel? Rachel, a mother who for years could not afford health insurance until the ACA, now her children are cuts under Trump Care could mean that her children lose health care. No parent should live in fear because they cannot afford health insurance for their children. Hardworking American families like Rachel's would be left out in the cold by Trump Care. Now, I have to tell you something. I've gotten tons of comments on my Facebook page. There are so many people that are concerned about what damage the Senate healthcare bill would do, what Trump Don't Care would do. And so I want to just read to you from some of the comments that I got on my Facebook page. Joe Riley, who said, I was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2015, had the ACA, and was able to see the best cancer doctors in my area. Thank God they got it all, and I'm doing well. Without it, I would not be commenting right now. Thank you for supporting. Or Michelle Humison. She said, as a teacher, I've seen students, they miss less class and get better grades. I would hate to see kids with lingering health issues because their parents can't afford a doctor visit. Or Ann Turley, who said, Aging is a pre-existing condition I can't seem to avoid. Because of Obamacare, I have therapy which has saved my life. My girlfriend just committed suicide, so I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Thank you for fighting for us. And then there's Elizabeth B., who wrote in 2013, my ex-husband decided that he was no longer to give me child support. The state of California can only garnish income from him if they can find it. I've had to put my family on a state plan, pay a monthly premium. I am self-employed, and before my ex-husband opted to withdraw financial support, I always carried an insurance plan. With a yearly rent increase, which is now $4,800 a year more, and that was in 2012, private insurance does not fit in the budget. I would have gladly paid it if I could, but how will my former Healthy Families Plan be affected by Trump Care? I'm a breast cancer survivor, and now with my impending heart damaged from radiation and a 12-year-old daughter, I work hard, but life in California is expensive. I don't think I've had a brand new pair of shoes in 2 years as the cost of living. And now this, Trump don't care? Well, how about Carla Field? If Medi-Cal and Medicare were to be cut, she says, I don't have much hope for my future. I'm on SSDI, and Medicare is my only source of income. I have no family to help me out. I worked hard to earn that money. Tell them, hands off. That money is mine. And what about the other disabled, disenfranchised, or those with chronic illnesses? What happens to them? And will we be treated like the 60 disabled who showed up to lawfully protest at McConnell's office last week, and only to be pulled out of their wheelchair, zip-tied and pulled away? This treatment forebodes the unconscionable, cruel, and criminal treatment that 1/6 of the American population have to look forward to. And she reminds me, that protest at McConnell's office last week was so cruel. They were there to express their voice, and they were forcibly removed from the front of McConnell's office. Well, now let's head to this rally. They're getting noisy, but all kinds of people actually there, yelling and screaming and saying that they want to make sure that they have their health care. They are cheering for the ACA, and what the ACA has been able to do, it's been able to get 20 million people their health insurance. Can you believe that? It's been able to reduce the amount of bankruptcies because now people can get affordable care. People have been able to handle their chronic diseases because now they have the medications that would allow them to be able to treat it, as well as the doctor care. And we've been able to diagnose diseases earlier because of the free of charge. But all that would disappear with the Trump Don't Care bill. It would all disappear. We would have no more essential benefits.